of giving something back to the people, just to smile
Mm.
about. I've been doing this show with a lot of my teammates, and the response has been great. There was a comment recently where a doctor who was tested positive with COVID-19. So he
Yeah.
commented on my comments that like he's been watching the show, he's enjoying. So this is all about. So
Well
thank you very
done.
much for accepting this. So how's South Africa doing? How's the situation in South Africa now?
Yeah, first of all, happy Ramadan. It was obviously a
Oh,
really
thank
special
you.
time for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, South Africa is similar to us, I think Bangladesh, in the way that we've got a lot of people struggling that doesn't have food. A lot of the economy is struggling because South Africa is in full lockdown for about 2 months. It was on full
Mm.
lockdown, which meant you had to stay in your house the whole
Yeah.
day, and you could only go and buy food uh, in one person in a car. So
Okay.
the economy is really struggling, and now they've lifted it from level 5 to level 4. So they've started it opening up to some businesses, but it's more
Okay.
the businesses that export to other countries. So there's still a lot of businesses in South Africa that is struggling, and therefore a lot of workers don't have work at the moment, so they don't have any income. So they're really struggling to. There's a lot of hungry people in South Africa. So
Yeah.
I've really made it a mission myself, similar to what you're doing. You're spreading the love and making people feel positive. Just trying to use my platform that I have and trying to help people. So it's really rewarding for me. We've been feeding a lot of people, which is great because the people need it out there.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I think it's very difficult, especially with country like us. We have 160 million population, and then we cannot afford to go complete lockdown because we
Mm.
have daily earners. So there are a lot of poor people who
Mm.
earns daily. I think the government has been doing their best, but we have to somehow open some part of the business to make sure the poor people survive. Because end of the day, if you go to complete lockdown, there will
Mm.
be less affected through corona or COVID-19,
Mm.
more through hunger. So
Mm.
I think the situation is kind of same as you said, that you have to
Mm.
open some parts to look after the poor people. And yeah, and I think in Bangladesh, a lot of even with the Bangladesh Cricket Board have been looking after the players. Recently,
Mm.
they're giving some help to 1,600 players, which is quite good.
Sure.
Um, and yeah, so yeah, it's a tough time for everyone.
Yeah, the same in South Africa. I mean, there's a lot of um, South Africa is about 70-80%. There's a big population of people that rely on, small work like that to get them through their lives, So the fact that that's not there for us as a country now, there's a lot of people really, really struggling for food. So like you're saying, I mean, I think we as a country are also, and I know the president of South Africa is doing a talk tonight where he's going to um, hopefully let the ban go one level down or two levels down, because our economy, there's so many businesses closing. So this thing is hugely impacting people's lives. So unfortunately, it's hard on a lot of people, and for us cricketers as well. Like you're saying now, we're in a position where we are still getting some money getting paid through our salaries. So we're
Yeah,
very fortunate to help in any way that we can. But obviously, for players like myself, we are missing out on the IPL, which is a
yeah,
big part of our calendar year in terms
yeah.
of sport.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So we move to this part to the other part. We need to give something to the people here, especially they don't meet you quite often, and they want to know the what happens inside. We see on the field what you do and what your team does. So I just wanted to know how you're keeping your fitness nowadays.
Yeah, I think I'm quite lucky that I'm very blessed with some good genes. So my parents were good athletes. So I am lucky in one aspect.
Yeah,
But two, I'm very disciplined in training. So I do really enjoy doing little bits all the time. You know, I don't do nothing and then do a lot. I do a little workout every day. I'm luckily just before the lockdown started, I got some gym equipment and put it into my garage. So I was joking the other day. I said, now that all of our players are in lockdown, when they come out of this, everyone must have six packs because you don't have anything else to do.
True.
You can only train.
I think fitness won't be an issue. The skill part might be. The fitness, everybody is doing something or the other.
You got no excuse. You can't say, no, sorry, I didn't have time. That's all we have right now is time. So I think, you know, I don't know how you feel, but I think a big thing for sportsmen, but also for all of the people out there, the biggest challenge this is producing is mentally, you know, how are we dealing with it? How are we getting through this? So I've gone through periods where I felt, you know, just it's a tough day today, but then you just go and say, I just need to go and do some work in the gym or go for a walk or whatever, just to make sure your mind is happy.
True. I think we probably will need some more time to get rid of all this, because when the things improve, I think it's not like a click of a finger. Things improve will be normal. I think we will take some time to get back to normal life.
Definitely. I mean, and you were saying, like, what is normal life? You know, is it gonna, like, how long will it take for us to get back to what we used to know is normal? So now for us, the normal might change completely. You know, I was reading, they're talking about giving us a wax to shine the cricket balls.
Yes.
Like all of that stuff.
True.
So, I mean,
but
I think, I don't know how you feel, but obviously safety is a big part of what we do. But also
100%.
We want to get back to playing cricket as well. You know, we want to do everything we can to play cricket. I'm all for that.
Yeah, there's some positive sign. You know, some part of the Europe, especially in soccer, they're planning to start in June. So some positive sign. Let's see. I think we will be on the right track soon.
How do you feel about playing in front of no crowds?
I don't like it. I think it will be like batting on a center wicket.
I think we should play. South Africa should play Bangladesh and India without crowds, because that
will go in favor of you.
When you play you guys, the fans are just too, like, it's impossible to play against you because your fans are so amazing.
Yes. Our fans are very emotional, very passionate, very good. I don't know you know that or not. Our 90% of team management is South African now.
Yes.
So we got Russell as a head coach.
Yes. How are you enjoying Russell?
Russell is quite good. I think I've just did one series with him. I think it's quite interesting. It's quite good. He has a lot to offer, I think, to Bangladesh. Neil have been there for last 2 years. Neil is amazing. I think the way he looks after the young ones and the seniors, I think is very, very good. You know, Ryan.
I also enjoyed working with Neil McKenzie as a batting coach. He's really good.
Yeah. Do you know Ryan? So he's the fielding coach. Very nice guy, lovely guy.
Yeah. No, you've got good people. That's what it's all about. You know, getting good people in and helping it.
Yeah, and then we got your head coach, Otis.
Oh, you got him in as bowling coach?
Yes, we got him as a bowling coach.
Whole South African. Send him back our way.
Yeah, and then physio is also South African.
Who's the physio?
His name is Julian.
I don't know him.
No, so
but that's good.
So
no,
I think
you've got good people there. Good people. I spent a lot of time with Russell and with Mackie and with Otis. You know, as captain, your captain, the coach, they build a relationship. They become friends. So I still speak quite regularly with both Russell and with Otis.
They're very good. Yeah, I think I enjoy Otis the most. I think
he's chill there.
He's very good. He's good. He's rapid with his stick.
Whoa! He's too quick. No,
he's very quick.
I have some dodgy fingers. And his ball, because he throws from so high, you know, the ball is like always here.
Yeah.
So he hit me on the finger once. I said, Otis, not again.
And there's no mercy with him.
No, he just wants to test you on the short balls.
Yeah. So no, it's good. So
awesome.
Faf, I wanted to ask you. You've played with Bangladesh quite a few times.
Yeah.
I remember from 2011 World Cup where we played in Mirpur. What's the difference you feel with the current team and the team with the past?
I think you definitely, like in the past, you felt like maybe you relied on one or two players. Like if you got those 2 wickets, where now you play it like you can see there's a growth in the team, and in terms of there's a lot of other players coming through. And also, I mean, obviously, spin is always something that's really good. Like Shakib's always been an amazing spinner, but I feel like now there's more spinners coming through. But also, your fast bowlers are getting better, which is always a big thing for subcontinent teams. So I think that's always the challenge for you guys when you go overseas. Is how good is your seam attack, your fast bowlers. Your batters are because you're playing against more of the international bowlers now. Like, I mean, you just did hundreds every game when you play against all the teams now from overseas. Like that World Cup, you guys impressed me huge amounts. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't expect you guys to be that good. Like, I thought you'll be good, but like hot and cold. You know, you'll play one great game, and then one average game.
Yeah.
But you were one of the most consistent teams in that tournament, and your batting.
Yeah.
That
So
game
that's
against
very
us
very nice to hear from you.
smoked us.
Yeah, no, it was a great game. And then you know that I've been appointed as an ODI captain now.
Yeah,
So I think
congrats.
thank you. But as soon as I got appointed, we got into lockdown. So there's something going on. So anyway, so
It's
when
good.
I
It gives you time to get yourself ready for the season.
yeah, true. But I just wanted to ask you, when I see you when you were captaining South Africa, I see a lot of passion, a lot of pride. You take a lot of pride when you're in the field. I just wanted to ask you that what's the most difficult part is being as a captain?
That's a good question. I think it changes. Like, you know, when I first started captaining, for me, it was um, getting your senior players to buy into what you want to do. So because then I wasn't the obvious captain in the start. So then there was um, a plan and a purpose for me to get the senior players to have my back, to support me. And then that happened, that unfolded. They had the senior players, had a really great leadership group. And then it unfolded to the last couple of years of captaincy where, you know, there was a lot more that fell on my plate um, than just cricket. So there was a lot of stuff, excuse me, that I had to deal with away from the cricket field. You know, there was this and this and this and this and this. So I think that actually the last year of captaincy would have been the most challenging for me because there was a lot more of my energy that was required outside of just going onto the field and playing cricket and having a really good team environment. You know, that's something that's for me as captain. It's the biggest emphasis I put into people, like how I treat people, how good the team space is, how honest